All right, we have special guest. What was your name again?
Jeremy.
Jeremy from episode 5.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Jeremy Piven.
Oh no, don't mix me up with that Jeremy Piven. I'm Jeremy Potter.
All right.
So,
Hey, any news?
so these are your last few days in Japan.
Yeah, last few days.
When's your official leaving date?
My official leaving my apartment is Tuesday at probably about 2.
2.
I'm not quite sure how long it's gonna be for them to inspect. You know.
Oh yeah,
all
because you have to
security
do
crap.
like the in-person inspection, right?
Yeah, and I get somebody from City Hall that has to go through with me.
More
What?
City
City
Hall
Hall?
people?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is this because of your work or they just City Hall?
I think it's because of my work, and they were like, I guess, co-signers on the apartment. I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
So they
I
have to
would
have
say that's
somebody
That
weird.
makes sense, but it's still annoying.
Well, apparently Kawanishi doesn't get a lot of foreigners, so they had to jump through some hoops to allow me to rent an apartment in that city.
As they should.
This fancy,
this
this
man-
grade A
Yeah.
apartment. I know is I mean, I'm not shitting on you. I'm just saying.
No,
I just
no,
know
I
how it
agree.
is. It's like, oh, this excellent apartment. Thank you.
Pretty much, the only company that would allow me to rent was Leo Palace in Kawanishi, and the city of Kawanishi was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna let you do that." So,
God damn.
yeah.
But
But
did they find that apartment
Chris,
for
can you
you?
put the mic in front of your face when you talk?
I'm good.
well, they gave all the jets since we were first year. It was an experiment. They gave us a list of like apartments that were open that we could rent.
All of them $400 and less.
Well, some were 600.
Oh,
I picked the 600 one
that's a good idea.
because it was 2 minutes away from my school. So I was willing to pay a little bit more since I could sleep a little bit later and
Yeah.
you know.
So,
have a couple nights where I maybe drink a little bit, and I could just be like, "Hey, you know, I'm just right next to my place of work."
If you ever move to Japan to teach English, you will be an alcoholic. Just to let you know.
And it has nothing to do with teaching kids.
It kind of does.
It's more to do with the system.
Yeah.
The system will
so
just
accessible.
get.
And the system has failed.
It is.
And so, what's your official leave Japan?
So, my official, I guess you could say, when I'm on the plane.
Yeah.
My flight out is Wednesday at noon.
It's
What's today?
Sunday night.
Monday? Tuesday? Wednesday? You got 3 days?
Yeah.
that Wednesday you go stay at Chris's or?
Well, I'm staying at a hotel next to the
okay.
next to the airport.
Gotcha.
Because you're planning on drinking a lot that night, right?
Probably,
Yeah.
just like I did last year.
Any particular feelings or?
Uh,
Well, before you say that, I had to get this out before I forget. We should actually go to a bar and Jeremy can talk to some old Japanese people, and so they can finally have their answered question. When are you leaving Japan?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm leaving Wednesday. I just want to see the reaction.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you.
Arigatou.
Thank you.
Hold
Another
on,
foreigner
Nick.
leaving.
Oh,
Does that happen a lot? I feel like it does.
I haven't been asked in a while, but it does.
Donogurai sundemasu ka?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been here like 4 years. Nagai desu ne.
When you going back?
When you going back?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What? That's such
good. And your friends too with you? No. Fuck. I was going to give you a free shot, but fuck you guys.
Is that the only reason me and you are still here? Is because people keep asking us when we're leaving?
It's like one of those things where, like, if someone keeps telling you to do something, you don't do it. You're like, oh, well, fuck that then.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is that? Reverse psychology?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if it's even
I wouldn't
that.
even say that, but you know, it's just like.
So if they were like, oh, you can stay forever and teach English, we'd be like, I'm getting out of here
Yeah.
next
Yep.
week.
Yep.
Like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. 6 months was enough. I'm out. All right, so let's go back. So how are you feeling?
Pretty rough.
Pretty rough.
I've had a couple club. Well,
Close.
I've been keeping the emotions a little bit bottled up.
Uh,
Had a couple instances with a couple kids, and whatnot, that thanked me profusely.
You cried?
Not. A man cried. You know, it's like you keep it inside, and you're like, it kind of gets you, but you're like, you gotta punch yourself in the stomach and just bottle that emotion back down.
and then you go home and you're like,
I got a feeling it'll be like when I left Kansai. Like it didn't. Like I was sad, but it didn't really hit me until I was on that flight from Tokyo back to America.
ah, sure.
That's when
Like, oh, shit,
That's
this
when
is
it really
happening.
hit you.
Yeah.
It hit me a little bit rough. I think it was last Thursday. I was on my way to Hirokata. I dropped by a Lawson's near my house to pick up some cash.
Why were you going to Hirokata to visit the college?
Talk to my buddy Naoki.
Oh, okay.
He was in episode
26? 25?
20. Oh, wow. No, 27, maybe.
Oh, shit.
Possibly. It was a vegan episode. It was good. It was good.
I had what would you call it? The person behind the counter.
The cashier?
What do you say in Japan? Because they do more than just cashier
Stripper?
stuff.
I
You
don't
talking about like a Skobini?
Yeah, the
Just say
combine.
it's just cashier.
Just cashier?
Yeah.
Reggie?
Reggie
So
style.
I'm cashing out, and she goes, Jeremy,
Yeah?
Brown. I looked at her, and I'm like, hi?
This is in Kawagoe?
No, in
I mean,
Kawanishi.
Kawanishi, I think.
Yeah.
Hirokata.
Oh,
Well, no, in
Kawanishi.
Kawanishi.
Oh, I thought you meant Hirokata.
No, I was in the-
You're on the way to Hirokata.
On the way to
okay.
Hirokata.
Alright.
Ah, okay, so she goes, Jeremy Brown?
Jeremy? And I'm like, yeah, do I know you? I mean, I didn't say that, but I just looked up, I was like,
That would be great
Huh?
if you're like, oh my, daddy.
well, she comes out and she's like, you teach my son,
Oh.
Yonen Sankumi, and she's like, you're his favorite teacher, and he's very sad that you're leaving. And,
Oh, no.
And everything you've done for him, I really appreciate it. That's what she was saying. It's like, I'm really sad that you're leaving. I wish you could stay.
Did you start crying right there?
When I was leaving Lawson, it was tough. It was tough. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought the Micah.
Oh God, I'm gonna miss this. Oh shit.
Who are you?
Oh God, guys.
Do you really live here?
Fukuro,
Who are you?
Fukuro? God damn it, bitch. You see how much shit I just ordered. Of course I need a fucking
God.
bag.
Go yen desu kedo. Daijoubu.
I can afford the 5 cent, god damn it.
What if you said every time, if you're just like, I'm Okane Mochi, like,
I'm kind of emoji this.
No, kind of much of this.
Was she hot? The mom.
No, she's no.
when
You didn't ask for a going away blowjob or nothing? Like,
No, nothing like that. She's that. You know how in Japanese women, like
yes, I do know in Japanese.
well, they
very warm.
they
and
look very
wet.
young until they get to a certain age, and they're just like
Oh yeah, the drop off can get. Woo! I think we talked about.
they
that
were.
before.
She had hit that point.
You
So-
can still tap it.
I could have, but nah, I'm good.
I remember when I was in Kawagoe, I went to Denny's, of all places. And I was just sitting there eating my meal. Doobity boop boop boom. And next to me at the table was like a mom and her son. And the son was like, fuck, what was my fake name? Let's say Dingle.
Dingle.
Dingle Sensei.
Dingleberry.
Dingle Sensei. I'm like, Daddy, what's going on? I look over and then he's like, you're my English teacher. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this kid is. And I was like, Naninsei. And he's like, I'm Sanensei. And I'm like, Nankumi.
Like,
And
this
he's like,
class is so damn big. It's like I can't remember all
like-
you little fucks.
I'm Sikumi. I'm like, I don't fucking know who this is. And even the mom was like, you know, he doesn't know, does he? She knew, like, my son's not that
This
great.
was middle or elementary?
Middle school.
Middle.
Which is fun to teach. But
Hmm.
kind of a ridiculous position of just stand around and then say, rainbow,
Rainbow.
waterfall, polka dot skirt. You're like, well, what am I even doing?
Holy shit.
But yeah, I saw this kid out at the Denny's, and I didn't have the heart to tell him. I'm like, I don't know who your fucking kid is.
Did you recognize his face?
No, not at all.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
And
shit.
at the school I think it was like a Sunday. On Monday, I was like, this kid never came up to me and was like, hey, I talked to you at Denny's.
Do you guys have well, I'm pretty bad with names, but you will recognize a lot of your kids out
the
in
faces?
public. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, I know you, and I should know your name, but I can't, say it.
Faces, for some reason, Japanese names, they just don't stick to me. Like, I'm like, what? Well,
It's
maybe
like
because when you ask them, they say it. When you ask the kid their name, they I'm like, you little fuck.
It's so quick.
And then when they act like you can't understand them or you don't know Japanese.
Yeah.
What's your name? Yes, little fuck. What? Say it one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
You
worst.
don't know Japanese.
That's the worst when you have to answer the phone and they're like, des. I'm like, I heard des. Can you say the rest in a normal voice? Des. And then you're like, they'll sometimes say their name, and you're like, I don't know who you are. Or sometimes they'll say the kid's name, and I'm like, but this is an adult. Like, who the fuck? Like, why can't you
It's
just
weird.
say your name properly? Another thing at Kawagoya, I was at the what is it? It's like the Kawagoya Matsuri, and I saw one girl who. She was kind of crazy.
A student?
And she was like, can we get a picture with you? And I was like, it's probably wrong if I take a picture with them, but if they take one with me, it's probably okay. So I was like, sure. And it was pretty fun, but like, it's weird because like, you see a lot of students outside of school
I do.
just because you live close, right?
Yeah, I'm literally a minute, 2 away.
With,
I've seen them like crazy the last 2 weeks.
it's kind of fun because you're like, I'm not at school, so I can just be myself and just be like, yeah, come on back to my place, baby.
Well, all right.
14, right? It's cool.
Did you ever have any students randomly knock on your door?
No.
I have.
Well, I never lived close to any of my schools, so.
Yeah, that's where we're kind of lucky now because we have to take the train.
The only one situation I had is back in my Tokyo school. Sometimes 2 kids would leave late and try to play with me on the train, and I'm like,
Play with you?
done.
Oh, shit. Wait, what do you mean play with you? Ooh.
I'm like, I'm off the clock.
Did you actually point to your watch?
No.
No.
No, I will play with them, but I'm just like, God damn it. Like,
I just want to go home.
do I get some overtime for this?
For the last 2 weeks, I've got kids that keep giving me their Fortnite IDs.
You're
They want me to play
did you tell
Fortnite
them,
with them.
like, Fortnite sucks.
Well, I give them mine, but I think I've logged on once in the last 6 months to Fortnite. I'm like, I'll give it to you, but
Let's play it.
I
All right,
Yeah.
fuck the podcast. Let's do
We'll just end it. Beep.
but no, I had 3 6th grade girls pop up on my.
Oh,
They knocked on my
6th
door and they
grade.
gave me their addresses for like postcards. I was like, what? Why are you here? How did you know I lived here?
Is this allowed?
Whoa,
Well,
wait. No, they came to your house
They came to my house and knocked on my door.
and you let them in for tea?
No. I did
in.
not let them in. I was like, my place is a little dirty.
3.5
I'll just-
meters.
yeah. No.
Omurai-
No, I think it's is it six
Omurai
meters?
Omurai soup.
It was just very bizarre. It was very, very bizarre.
But here's the thing. I like seeing the kids outside of school because you know they have crazy ass stories
That's true.
that you're not going to hear at school.
Yeah. Have you had kids that tried to speak English more to you outside of school than in school?
Or at least outside of class, like
True.
in between classes. But yeah, when I lived by the school, I would like just ride around town or walk around town, and you would see so many of them, and they'd just be like, "Hey, I actually want to talk to you now." And I'm like, "Why are you such an asshole in the class?"
Well, they're embarrassed, but I get you.
I gotta just follow everyone else is doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one kid. You know how you have to have like the English conversation test sometimes, where you're like, "What's your name?" My
Oh.
name's Yuki Tanaka desu. And you're like, alright, that's stupid. But I remember one kid, we were out in the hall, I guess I sat in a chair and I had like 10 questions I had to ask him. I was like, what's your name? And the kid was just like, I don't fucking know English. And I'm like, I just looked at him like, come on man, like just say
Come on,
something.
something.
He was
Try.
like, I'm like, all right, what can you do? And he's like, well, I don't fucking know nothing. I'm like, it's just like, and it's like, I even told him, like, come on, just give me a little, just
Something.
I was like, I gotta write something down. And he's like, well, I don't know.
Dude, just thinking of like Jack Nicholson in The Departed, like a Japanese dude with a Boston accent. That just sounds awesome.
All right.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know.
Man, middle school kids are fucking weird. I remember they did the Kumi Taiso where they like stand on each other. What's the one where they like make like pyramids or they make like a fucking shape?
I don't know.
Like a human pyramid?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them, or just 3 people?
No, like all the kids for like the sports day.
I don't know.
Oh, the 3 people thing.
It's I don't know. It's like here's some kids. Here's one kid doing this. Here's a kid doing this.
Are you talking about the one where they like
They
knock the
stand-
hats off people?
They stand on each other and they make shapes.
Oh,
I think it's called Kumi Taiso.
I've never seen it in real life. I only seen it in anime.
Yeah. Same.
If I know what you're talking about.
What's the one where they fight each other like 2 people and then one on the top? It's like and they try to knock each other's hats off.
Hats?
Yeah.
Headbands or hats.
Do they wear hats in school?
They do. For a sports day at elementary school.
Let's see it.
Correct.
What?
Like they make different shapes and shit. You never seen this?
No.
Did you actually teach English? Or? Okay, yeah, like they stand. Okay, so basically,
They did this at your school?
holy shit, that's pretty impressive. All right, so okay, if you don't know, basically they forced these children to stand on each other, and one kid fell off and he like broke his foot, and so we didn't have class because they were like, well, we're just gonna teach Kumi Taiso for the next week. So I would just sit outside. I'm like, this is stupid.
Dude, they will like. Everyone's like, Japanese schools are so. They will like cancel class for the most mediocre shit.
Yes.
So well, we gotta work on this. Well, how many classes will cancel? Like 3, 4, the whole day.
Oh no, it's the whole day.
Oh, it's the whole day. It's like,
But I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go and not
so
do anything.
can I go home? Well, you can just sit in the office. Like, fuck.
But yeah, this kid like hurt his foot or something. Like he fell off because it's. But I think he probably did it on purpose because he didn't want to do it. So I just sat with him.
I'd
and
rather break my motherfucking
foot.
foot.
I just sat with him. And I'm like, this is dumb. And he's like,
Oh,
yeah, this is
there you
awful. Yeah, this is one of my dad's favorite stories. We like they had a earthquake drill or something where it's like we're inside the school, and then they practice. Then they go outside onto the fucking sand. What's with Japan just putting sand everywhere?
That is weird.
But, so I'm thinking of, like, American style, where they're like, all right, be quiet, nice, neat lines, everybody walk outside promptly, get in line, get in your class, whatever. But at my school, they were like, earthquake, run! And everyone's, like, running and jumping down the stairs and, like, trampling each other. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's funny as shit.
And they're like, we gotta get outside, run! I'm like, aren't you supposed to be careful when you do this? They're like, no, we just jumped down the stairs.
Push and shove. No one get in there. Only your life matters.
Yuki-chan fell. Fucker. Get out in the sand.
Oh shit.
I don't know if that's like typical, but that was at my school.
Did you also run?
I was already outside for some reason. I think I was walking around, and then they're like, run! Anywho.
For some reason, that makes me think of Rick and Morty. I don't know why.
Alright, so going back to Germany. So what else? Tell us some more stuff.
What's up?
I mean, about you're leaving soon. Any other stuff happening before you leave?
Well, I have to tell the users out there.
Users?
Well, users.
Drug users.
Yeah, the drug users. The listeners out there. Leaving Japan is probably harder than arriving in Japan.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like,
it's really easy to arrive. You just show up to the airport.
well, not just that, but like opening up like your gas line, your electric stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay. You mean like physically it's tougher to do.
Yes.
You gotta cancel all this stuff.
And not like canceling. There's so much red tape to cancel rather than opening.
You hear that, Japan?
Yeah.
You gotta fix this stuff. Come on.
Anybody can move into Japan and like open up an account, this, and this. But if you want to leave Japan, oh, dude, you have to write. Oh, you want to cancel gas? Well, you've got to write 3 letters and call this person at this hour at this time to come to your time and leave.
That's
And
a good system.
it's very bizarre.
Did you have to honko anything?
I had to honko probably 12 papers. Yeah. To cancel my water, electric, and gas.
But it's
when
like
does it officially cut off? Today.
Tuesday between 9 and 3.
all
Are they
right.
gonna like send you like a final bill, or did you already have to like pay up?
I've already paid off most of it, but they're going to send me a final bill, and I have to...
Tell them to suck a dick. Cause
Well,
like, I'm out.
I wish.
Suck my dick.
Since, I don't know, the freaking city hall is so anal about it, they're going to get all of my mail. So any final, like, bills, I have to leave, like, each month in for them to pay.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. It's only going to be, like, 6 days for, like, water, gas, and electric. You know.
Yeah.
Why don't you just leave?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking about doing.
Oh, no. So what's going on with that pension money? Have you figured out how you will get that back?
Oh, it's coming about 6 months down the road.
6
but
months.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So pretty much.
they'll
Do
mail-
you get it all
They'll
back?
send that to your American.
No, they send it to my Japanese account.
Oh, I gotta get Corona.
So how do you get the money?
As soon as
Give me
I
your, give me your
leave,
card, I'll get it.
as
for
soon
you.
as I leave the country,
I'll-
then the countdown starts. So it's 6 months after I leave
So
that
you
day.
have to leave, and then they give it to you, but they know you're not in the country, but they put it in your Japanese account anyway.
Yes.
Why?
There's no there's no way to get it in an American
No.
account.
Nope. They've
Well,
already said that. And
okay,
my
hold
city
on.
hall's like, yeah, you're not getting. You have to keep your bank account open in order to get the pension money back.
So how do you access that money while you're gone?
Transfer wise.
Transfer wise. Okay.
So I just transferred.
Transfer wives?
Transfer
Wives.
So you get a wife, someone else gets a wife.
I wish. That's how I transfer every month money from my Japan accounts, my American accounts.
You stuff your wife full
Yes.
of money?
I ship her on a boat.
Transfer wise is a good system.
Oh, it's a really good system. I usually send back about Hachiman, Kyuman Gurai every month.
Oh.
To your baby mamas.
Nah, to my credit cards and other shit back home.
Now, why do you have a credit card debt?
American schools.
That's the reason?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, we could get into some other shit.
Well, let's do it.
Oh.
No, not drugs. I had a gambling addiction. So when
Scratch offs.
oh shit, I would be extremely more embarrassed if it was scratch offs. Luckily, in Kentucky, you cannot buy scratch offs with cards. It's only with cash.
Huh.
It's a Kentucky rule only.
I mean, Japan's a weird country, but America's weird too in that, like, the rules apply in different places. And
Yes.
just whenever.
You decided.
We
But-
just decided, yeah.
The place where I come from is so anal about gambling. Everything is immoral and illegal, and it's like, oh, gambling is so bad.
Kentucky Derby.
Exactly.
But, hold on.
Oh.
We went to a strip club.
Oh.
You listening, JP?
Yep.
Remember this?
Yep.
We went to a strip club one night, morning,
Night to morning.
and you guys wanted to go in, but I was like, no, I'm pure, so I don't want to do this. And we went to a chili cheese dog stand next to the strip club. The best
Best
cheese
chili
dog
dogs ever.
eaten.
Yeah.
It was like $2.
Strip clubs have the best chili cheese dogs. I'm telling you that.
But
right
it
now.
was just some guy outside the strip club like, hey, how's it going? You want me to make you a chili cheese dog? I'm
You see
like,
them
"Yeah."
titties?
It's the simple ingredients, man, for chili cheese dogs.
It was great. So, sir, if you're listening, thank you. You did a good job.
So when I went back to America the second time from Kansai Gaiden, I put a lot of eggs in one basket to come back via jet in 2013, 2014.
All right.
So I got accepted. But there was one class. Well, there was some weird U of L shit, and I couldn't graduate on time, so I had to turn it down. Got us some depressing shit, and I just gambled a whole bunch.
Because
What do you gamble on?
Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em?
Yeah.
I thought you
Side
were.
of bum fights? Or?
I thought you were good at Texas Hold'em now.
I'm good when I'm sober.
Is that like that Paul Newman movie?
Yes.
Where he's like shooting pool and he's winning, and then they just keep giving him drinks and he like loses.
Yep.
Online Texas Hold'em or at the casino?
Both.
Oh.
Huh?
I love that you can do online claw games in Japan. It's like, couldn't they just not win? Just put the losing video every time.
Online claw game?
No,
Yeah.
like on your phone, you can play like the claw games.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I didn't know that.
And it's
Is it
a
good
little
practice?
expensive. No, it's not, because there's a bit of a delay on your phone with the app to like push the button left to right, and instead of like 1 credit is 100 yen, it's like 1 credit is 200 yen.
But it should be free.
It should be.
Wait,
I agree.
pay for this?
No,
No, you have to pay
mail,
for it.
They'll mail you the prizes if you win.
If you win.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
What?
Why don't they just make videos where you lose every time?
But
So you were doing online poker,
Poker.
and in
person.
the
Casino.
Indiana.
But most of my debt came from online poker. I was actually pretty good at in person, but because what was I at the time? 25, and just super depressed, or 27. What was I?
5,
27.
7.
I was super depressed and
Alright.
just like,
So you would just get off work and then bing, bing, bing.
yeah, pretty much. When you put all
I
your,
think he has a pair of twos.
I know.
He's
I-
bluffing!
How do I put this
He
in a
always
way?
takes 2.5 seconds making a decision when he's bluffing.
Hold on. When you play online poker, does it show their face or is it like a character?
It's just a character, an avatar.
So it just says John, Tyler,
Yeah.
and Ramsey.
But 5 to 6 years ago,
Like some people become millionaires.
oh
from
yeah,
that
5 to
shit.
6 years ago, online poker was like huge until it was banned.
Oh, I remember that.
Most of the country in America,
Oh,
like
really?
3 years ago.
Some people at my work did that on their lunch break. Or
Yeah. And the thing is, online poker and in-person poker are two different animals.
Oh yeah.
I probably won in my career probably $5,000 in person,
Okay.
but I lost
400,000.
no, not that much. Probably about 7,000 online poker.
Oh shit. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. But I won 5,000.
In
Or no, 5 to 6. Either way,
Did you not take the hint? Like, oh, this in-person stuff works a lot better.
Yeah.
when you are drinking heavily,
Did you drink that whiskey?
bourbon.
Burger.
It common sense doesn't really come through.
Yeah, well, we've all
So,
made mistakes.
yeah. But yeah, it was about $1,000 and
Never.
1,015 in gambling debt. 1,000.
Was there any party like shaking you down for this money?
No,
Like you didn't have no fingers broken? Like
no. Luckily, I didn't. I was able to make enough like in person or side money to like make.
I mean, that's sad money.
We have some small poker tournaments and whatnot in Louisville.
Did you
When
wear
it-
sunglasses?
No, I
Did
couldn't.
you wear googly eyes?
Couldn't. The most I ever won in a tournament was 2,000.
All in.
So yeah.
You
But
won
it-
2,000. I don't get.
Yeah.
You're like, I won 2,000 here, lost 7,000 here. I won another 2,000 here, lost 15,000 here. Like, it goes back and forth.
That's a gambler. Enough said.
Thrill of the fight.
But I was not in a good place for about 2-3 years.
Yeah, I mean,
So what are you gonna do when you go stay at your parents' place or you got your own place set up?
I'm gonna stay there for about 2 to 3 months, and then I'm heading out.
heading out where?
Where you heading?
Why? I'm either gonna be with one of my buddies or I'm gonna get my own place
For
in
free?
Louisville. No.
But Jeremy, you can save so much more money if you stay there.
How do I put this? My family's in a lot of drama.
Oh.
Do we need to talk about this or can we skip it?
Probably skip it.
All right, let's talk about it then. What's going on?
Hey, if we're talking about my family drama, I need another beer.
Actually, I ran empty too.
Oh God.
Well, let's keep talking. I'm gonna get one. Keep talking. Start it
All
off.
right. When the night is
It's
young,
young,
and
and
the
the
moon
moon
is
is
dark.
dark.
Chris, ready?
Is that the real song? Lyrics?
I don't know.
And
What
the
song is that?
something
And
is
it's the only
night
night I
some-
see.
Oh wait, no light.
And darling, darling, stand
Stand by me.
Oh,
Won't you stand by me? Oh Lord, now stand by me now. Oh shit.
I'm gonna miss this.
Stand by me. All right,
Stand by
American
me.
Idol. I'm your new. Don't.
But
Ow! Chris, look
Oh,
what
shit.
you're doing. You gotta close this one first.
all right, how do I put this another way? I'm not going back for me. I'm going back for others. Ooh, woohoo! It's purple and blue.
I know. I would have just taken purple too.
Did you freeze those?
Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You can. Why would you freeze?
Chotomate. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
This motherfucker was like, "Oh, if you freeze condoms, they'll last like 200 years."
Yeah, they.
Why
I
would
don't
they
know.
do
Maybe
that?
it's a Kentucky thing, but
Why would you freeze?
I've heard-
condoms?
so they last 3 to 5 times longer, and if you keep them in the freezer.
I ain't needing them 3 to 5 times longer, baby.
Well, if you're me, who shit, it's been a while.
So how long does it take for a condom to thaw out?
Yeah, you're slipping it. Oh, that's
Well, no. No, you take it out like before you're anticipating it.
This. Okay. Can someone? I know we don't have any listeners, but if you are listening, please post in the comments if this is ridiculous.
Well,
or not.
and also not just ridiculous. I just verify it or not, or I honestly I don't know if it's true or
If
not,
that
but I've been
wasn't
told that since I was 18.
Yeah.
Well, see, I've heard. So you know how there's an expiration date on condoms.
Yeah.
It's not bread. They're not gonna go.
Well, I've
They're not gonna
they-
go moldy.
have you ever heard?
Condoms
wives'
no
tale?
moldy.
I've heard if you keep them in the freezer, it'll last past the expiration date, from 6 months to a year. That's what I've heard.
They only last 6 months.
But that's what
No,
was expiration date
past
on this
past
condom.
the expiration date.
I don't give a,
Already, it's
I don't give a shit.
2021.
Wait, that's what are you talking about?
Next year.
All right, that's ridiculous.
But I've heard that's what I've heard since I was 18.
why?
I don't know if it's a Kentucky thing or if it's fake. I honestly
Why?
I don't know.
Why would
I just
you
was
believe
told that.
anything from Kentucky?
Well, you have a point.
Yeah, I've never heard that. And also, like, it doesn't, like, I don't understand why you would do that.
Just try to get laid sooner.
I don't know. But
It's not like condoms are
yeah.
that expensive. It's,
In
well,
Japan they are.
yeah.
they ain't
Well,
that expensive.
at least for ones that fit for us.
Oh, hold on, Brandon. You tried the Japanese style, didn't you? And they were, like, really small.
I couldn't get that shit on, man. I don't know what was going on. It had like no lube on it. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Do I need to buy my own lube with this condom?
I bought some Beppu like 9 years ago, and I thought my penis was gonna fall off.
Right?
It was so tight.
And it's like, we ain't no porn stars. No one's packing like
No.
an extra large
No.
penis. But
No.
we're saying like these condoms are like, what the fuck is going on?
These things are super tiny.
What the fuck?
Is that why Japanese never wear condoms in porn? Well, I guess nobody wears condoms in porn, really, but...
Because they just all like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's like, are they just awful? Like, everyone knows...
Even they're like, this is awful. I can't.
I
do
have
this.
no idea. It's
You know
bizarre.
what's weird about Japanese porn is like they always want to do nakadashi.
What
but
is Nakadashi?
Meaning-
Ooh.
what did you
I don't know that actually.
It's when you-
What, you don't know
you-
Nakadashi?
I don't know enough about Japanese porn apparently.
Oh.
What kind of porn are you watching?
Chris, throw us some porn videos real
Regular
quick.
plain old vanilla American porn.
Vanilla American porn.
Well, man and a woman and mercenary style.
Was a woman.
Yeah, but like, what
You were
were we
saying
talking
something
about?
about
Oh,
Nakadashi?
nakadashi. They're always like, I want to do nakadashi, and the girl's like, no. He's like, I already did it. So. Oh,
Yeah, isn't she?
But like Japanese girls don't use birth control, so it's like, how come
Is-
all of these
yeah.
the guys are like, let me do nakadashi?
Is birth control a thing here? Like even
it
if
is,
yeah.
it is, but it's like expensive, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
I remember
Plan B is expensive too. It's like, what the fuck?
I remember
They
when-
offer that here? I had no
Yeah,
idea.
but you gotta go to a hospital. Not a hospital, but a certain place. And it's,
For
Oh
what?
shit!
it's like $120 for one pill.
Holy crap!
For
Yeah.
what?
Plan B.
I know in Louisville you can go to Costco and get that for like $10.
In America, it's like you can get that shit over the counter, but here it's like, nope, Ichiman, and like, what the fuck, man?
Do you think that has something to do with like the low birth rates here? They're like, oh, you might be pregnant. Like, you're gonna have a baby. Yeah.
But Japan has like a rich history of abortion. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And
Yeah, I want to hear more about this. What was all this abortion thing later? I didn't hear about it like this.
You never heard that? Like, there's not really a stigma against it here.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Where in America, they're like, oh, you can have an abortion. You can.
Hey,
Is that like the pastor?
Yeah, it's against God.
And the girl's like, I'm only 11 years old. I don't have the means to support a family. And he's like, no, it's fine. Just leave it up to God. She's like, nah, I think I'm going to take care of this real quick. So.
That is Eastern Kentucky, Southern Indiana style right there.
Yeah, Indiana's real bad about that. But like, but I heard it. But I think in Japan, like, that's not really a stigmatized thing because I think there was a lot of rape going on back in the day. So they were like, just make it all. It's all right.
Well, it's also how we put it another way. Like Japan has become so professionalized, like in terms of like
Professional.
well, how do I
abortion.
put this? Like with lives, like
Is that a manga? Like I'm a
Could be.
professional abortion actor.
like it's like there's so everything's all about the 24/7 business cycle. So if like you can't somehow fit a kid into that, they're like,
Oh, Are you saying kids are a burden
in Japan society,
Are you
not
saying
in
if you
regular
have a kid
society,
when
but
you're not
Japan.
ready, it's gonna just be a fucking headache. Like a real fucking bastard it is.
Maybe here, I don't know.
It is weird though. Like a lot of people I've worked with, even if they're married, they're like, "Nah, I'm not having kids because too much to handle."
That's a lot, man. Like you.
I don't know how you could be a teacher and be like, "Yeah, I'll take one of these."
What were we talking about earlier? We were talking about somewhere.
I don't know.
What was the main point? We were talking about something. What was on you?
Gambling, abortion,
Abortion.
freezing your condoms.
Stay. We were talking about your living situation. Like, where are you going to stay?
Stand by
Oh,
me.
I'm gonna be with my
wow.
my parents and my sister back at
Your
my
sister
family's
lives with
house.
your parents, or you going to stay with your parents?
My
and then your
my sister and her children live at with my parents at the moment.
Okay. And your sister has 2 children.
Yep.
Half Mexican.
Half Mexican.
Half Mexican.
Yeah.
Do they
Half Mexican, half pure.
I
look half
ain't going
Mexican,
there.
or do they
Oh
look
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like Louis C.K. kind of Mexican.
But he was only born in Mexico. I don't think he's Well, no. I think
I would say
Tom
not
Segura, too?
no yeah
Louis, if you're
that's actually what I was
listening, we'll
saying.
have you on the podcast.
Not Louis C.K. I was thinking more Tom Segura.
Okay.
Like good passing, but
Well, if you say it like that, it sounds
Yeah.
Japanese.
let's just say she's going through some shit that she shouldn't. But I'm going back to help out. Yeah, help out the family,
Gonna
help
bring
out
back a
everything.
samurai sword.
I came prepared.
Drunk off bourbon. Yeah.
So
Shit, Japanese. Are you taking any Japanese whiskey?
You dishonor.
yeah.
You dishonor my
Hey,
sister.
honestly, I want to dash y'all. So should I bring back whiskey or umeshu?
Umeshu. Oh, Japanese whiskey?
Well, like Japanese
said
stuff.
meishu or
Umeshu.
Umeshu.
Oh, okay.
Umeshu. I'm trying to think.
Probably a little,
Why don't you bring back both?
Maybe.
And a couple of boxes of Tokyo banana. You can get them at the airport.
That is true. In Tokyo, in Haneda.
And
Yeah, I
some
can.
Japanese Kit Kats.
Not even at Tokyo. You can get them in Osaka, but you have to
That is
pass
true.
the gate first.
Yeah.
But now you gotta pass
Yeah.
the gate to buy them. I just want to buy it now. Like, yo, you got it.
But some people are saying I'm going back for the wrong reasons, and I probably
I
am.
think everyone's saying that, Jeremy.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's been like, oh, yeah, you're making a good decision.
yeah. I'm good. Pretty much everybody's like, you should be going back for yourself, but it seems like you're going back for other people.
Well, that's not. But you're also going back because you didn't search for a job, right? Is that,
Well, yeah, that too, but it's like I could have sacrificed a lot more and got a really shitty job in Osaka, and I could have done that.
right.
But I've also got, I got the debt back home, and I don't want the debt to go to my parents.
Are you gonna die? What are you talking
Well, no, it's
Those
like
collectors, man.
if I default on the debt, it goes back to where the debt was initially started at that address. So then, yeah.
But if you default on the debt, you only have to wait like 7 years, and then you're
Could
clear.
be.
Like a prison sentence.
Okay. Well, I mean.
Okay, here's another question. So,
But anyway, let's put
so
this.
when you get the pension money back,
Yeah.
you clear out all the debt.
Yes.
How much pension money do you have? You've been here for a year.
2 years.
That's-
6,000 yen.
so
Or
that's
no,
$6,000.
$6,000. Yeah.
You get it all back, or they go hit you with some
All
bullshit.
6,000.
That's not bad.
That's after taxes. It was like I think it was like 8,500 before taxes
I've
or
been here
something.
like 5 years. I should just quit and give that money.
Well,
And then
hold
just come
up.
back.
and then just come back.
The thing
I'll go to
is,
Korea for a month.
for like expats, like Americans, like us, once you reach a certain amount of years here, you can't accumulate more.
You can't, or you can.
You can't.
Oh shit!
So once you reach, I think the 3 or 4 year mark, I think it's 4 years. What you get is like capped when you.
So what are we still paying?
So,
Why are we still paying it?
So well, this is only.
Tokyo Olympics.
But this is also only if you plan to go back to America. If you plan to leave America, like say you when you're 50 and you want to go back to America,
All right.
whatever it was at year 4 or 5, that's what you're getting back. But if
That's awful.
but if you retire in Japan, you get it
You get
all
the-
back.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So if you go back, you get like I don't know, it's just like $10,000.
Yeah,
But if you retire, you get
like 50,000, 60,000, something like that.
And there's probably like some stipulations like, oh, you can't retire in Japan.
Do you have a Japanese child?
Well,
No, I was pretty careful.
So-
Then you can get it.
I've also read that there's a lot of weird stipulation of retirement. Like, so you know how it is with Social Security. Like, you can get it when you're a certain age and you're fine.
All right.
Well, in Japan, it's like, yeah, you can get it at a certain age, but you still have to be somewhat working, like part-time, to get your retirement.
They really like people
Yeah.
working here, don't they?
It's like, yeah, you can get your $4,000 a month security in Japan, but you still have to be working 30 hours a month.
What if City
Or
Hall
something like
takes your
that.
whole pension money?
Yeah.
This apartment was expensive. We gotta pay the
Karaoke.
food all the time and everything.
I will admit, so a lot of stuff with Jet, they told me that,
Before
Once
you
you
go,
reach-
hold on that. Hold on
well,
that.
no, pension is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
If you go 5 years in Jet, you will only get 3 years worth of retirement money back, is what they told me. So
At least
that's
they're
I was
honest
just playing.
with you.
Hey,
That's what I was
okay,
playing. It
fine.
was only 3 years Jet. I didn't reach that, but that's another story.
So, do you have any plans on trying to come back one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
One more time or
Start
multiple
doing
times?
Some poker.
No.
Once I get this poker game, I'll have poker thing going.
I'm 3.
Jeremy, you're
I'm 3 years sober on gambling.
Bet it all on blue. There's no blue on this.
It's on red and black.
Blue, please.
Blue. And they'd be like, "Oh no." No, I'm 3 years sober on gambling. So
Lame.
I used to do a lot of church picnics in Louisville as well. I made a lot of money there.
So, would you want to try to come back to Japan as soon as possible? Because the longer you stay out, the longer it's gonna be harder. to
I'm
come back.
shooting for what was it? March of 2022.
2022. Damn, son.
Man, that's
That's
I don't.
a year. and a half.
That's gonna be the
A lot can
new
happen
school
in a
year.
year, man.
You're gonna
That's
be
gonna be-
48 by then.
That's gonna be the new school year. That is March of 2022.
Hold on, man. If you go to leave, get your Japanese
Yeah.
perfect. So when you come back,
That's
you
the other
don't
thing.
have to teach
So I'm going to
keep that study up.
I'm gonna take the JLPT 4
You got
in
these
December.
manga?
I'm taking the
give you
4 in
some
December.
Doro Hodoros.
Will Doro Hadori help you in the job setting?
Oh yeah.
Maybe with the kanji.
Just read the end and the Shin conversation.
So my whole thing is, so for all the users out there, I have
Oh, no, that'd be a great interview. Like, Shitake Daisuki desu ka? Hi, Daisuki desu. All right, you got the job.
I am a IT whiz, and I'm a programmer, IT developer. I do a lot of IT stuff. But my Japanese is piss poor.
It's pretty
So
bad.
it's passing. Like I can get from A to B, but if it's like comes down to the nitty gritty, nah, it ain't gonna work. Like I can get from Umeda to Namba, fine, but you ask me about politics, I am going to
But
fail.
Japanese people don't know about Japanese politics.
I sure.
I don't even know.
But Chris,
is there voting in this country?
Chris, how bad is my Japanese? Honestly, is it passing or is it just god
I
awful?
don't know. I step in sometimes.
You do. And honestly, I do feel like my Japanese is a little better by myself, but it ain't much better.
Yeah.
I do get very embarrassed when I'm around you. But my Japanese was better years ago. And when I came back to Japan 2 years ago, it was pretty much back to the basics. I knew about 20
yeah.
words.
But see, Brandon, is this the same with you? When you after Kansagata, when you went back to America, did you just study your ass off like me, or did you let the Japanese go?
It slipped drastically.
Yeah, same
Jurassic
here.
Park?
Same here.
Yeah.
But you also came back quicker than I did, Brandon. So yours
Yeah,
caught
about
up
a
a lot
year.
quicker.
But then it was like,
But I will admit, so all right.
All right.
So
my mind got jumped. I was like, what am I trying to say?
but Brandon, I will say you didn't come back through Jet. Jet used a lot of English. You came back by yourself, so you were
Right.
forced to use Japanese, whereas I was not. I feel like so that made your Japanese
But-
quicker, better.
No,
Or
but
better
you don't
quicker.
need you don't need Japanese to teach from a private company
I don't
at
know.
all.
Yeah, it's still
Well, I mean, in
Matter of fact,
just,
it's like, don't
I mean, in,
use Japanese in the office.
but I
Hold
mean,
on,
in like
did-
generic
Hold
stuff.
on, did Jet ever tell you don't speak Japanese?
Yes.
Japan, what is wrong with you? Like,
Don't ever. I'm sorry, I broke your mic.
No,
It's
it's.
gonna be broken. It's like, hey, well, you see,
this
someone.
explodes in my
But
fucking eye.
how do I
so
put
apparently
this?
Some faggot was, some guy was yelling in it.
Jet was very two-faced. They're like, oh, you need to learn Japanese to talk with your teachers. But then they're like, do not ever speak Japanese in the classroom. Just be a better English teacher. You can only speak. I'm like, but you just told me to learn Japanese. But learn Japanese, but never use it.
So,
well, you should learn Japanese. You're in the country. Why would you move the country and not know Japanese? Never use it.
I think
You're a
it's-
cultural advisor. You're only supposed to use English with other Japanese people who know no English.
But as a cultural advisor, you should know this culture's the language makes you a better cultural advisor. Never use Japanese.
Yep. It drives me nuts.
Japan, what kind of system is this?
Bizarre. It's
I mean,
bizarre.
I don't know any other countries that like we need you to come here. We don't want you to communicate, but we want you to be a communication person.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous.
What if I need to say a really important word that's just easier to say in Japanese?
Yep.
You can't do a backflip and a handspring to say there's a tsunami coming. We only got like 5 minutes before the tsunami hits. Well, you better fucking use that English and to explain that tsunami's coming.
Hold on. You said tsunami, but in English you say tsunami.
Oh.
How dare you say tsunami? But this is where you get. Oh, hold on. I got a funny story.
Okay.
This is where you get when they think you're too stupid to speak Japanese, and you're at. Okay, here's the thing. Most teachers are pretty cool, but some people are not. This one guy, when I was at the junior high school, he came up to me in the teacher's lounge, and he was like, "You go to party?" I'm like, "Party?" He's like, "Yes, you party?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Does he want me to go to a club with him or something? Like, go to a party?" So I'm like, I said in Japanese, like, "What party? What are you talking about?" He's like, hold on. He's like, fuck, this. I can't speak English, this motherfucker. Let me go get someone else who speaks English. I'm like, I was talking in Japanese.
Yeah.
So I think they come back and he's like, everybody party.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I learned, there's a nomikai. So I'm like, okay, so
What?
we're doing nomikai.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, there's a nomikai. So I'm like, yeah, I can go to the nomikai. And I'm like, well, what day is it? And he's like, day is "Chotomate kudasai," and he like goes away. He's like, comes back. He's like, Saturday. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, why wouldn't you just talk? Like, it's not even like a human that you're talking to, like a, I don't know, a robot or something.
You're sounding worse than Arnold Schwarzenegger at that point.
Yeah, and it took like so long just to get him to say to me in broken English, like, there's a nomikai on Saturday. Are you going? Yes? No? Like, you could have just said that really easily. But he was like, do you like a party?
Party.
I'm like, ugh. But that guy was kind of an asshole anyways. I don't even remember his name.
You gonna fight him?
I wanted
yeah.
to.
Come
Honestly,
on, fight.
I wanted to. Here's another thing. At the fucking nomikai, they had us, like, draw cards or something to see where we sat. Because there was some, like, I don't know, 40 teachers or something.
Oh, damn. That's a big number.
So, yeah. So we're all sitting at the tables. So I pulled a card, and I was at a group of, like, 4, like, young girls. I was like, all right.
All right.
I'm like, finally. My luck goes in the other direction. And they see my card, and they're like, why don't you do it again? And I'm like, nah, this is fine. I'll just sit here. And they're like, pull another card. So I pulled another card, and they're like, all right, you sit with the old ladies. Go away. What? I'm like, can I just sit where my original card was? I'm like, no. Go sit with the old ladies. And they were like...
Who sat in the seat with the young girls? Was it a double girl or a guy?
I think it was like half guys, half girls or something like that. And I'm like... it's like one of those things where you're like, I don't see what that was about. I know probably what it was about.
We don't want you talking to our women.
But it was like the old lady conversations were like, oh, you're so young. I'm like, this isn't like a real conversation. Like, I just want to talk to people my age. And they're like, no. You get the 50-year-olds.
You know what you get. You get over there. You go fuck them too. I don't want you. You go fuck them tonight. And we all can blame it because we're drunk and we all think that that's our best excuse.
One lady was like, oh, you're so young, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you're about my daughter's age. And I'm like, do you want to set me up with her? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then just didn't do it. It's like,
every day you're like, how's your daughter?
Yeah, your daughter? Like, she's like, oh, goodness.
Oh wow, we've gone a while, haven't we?
All right, Jeremy, you got 5 minutes to say your piece.
Well, this is his last podcast. Just let him go.
Are we doing another episode after this?
We could. Another movie episode.
Maybe. We'll see.
Have we talked about everything we had to talk about?
Anything
I feel like we
else?
still got a lot to cover.
We do have a lot.
This is a special episode. He's leaving Japan, Chris.
So
this would be like an 8-parter.
How do I put this? I don't want to leave. Corona sort of.
Yeah, blame.
Okay. So what? All right. So what's a thing that? Tell me one thing that you're really like. I don't want to leave this, and tell me one thing that you're like. After you get home, you're like, I don't miss that about Japan. Or maybe you can't say that now until you get back home. You're like, you know what? I don't miss that about Japan.
Well, how do I put this? I love everything about my schools.
All right.
I'm not going to miss City Hall. And all the red tape. Like,
that's how they kept ghosts out in that movie.
Like, literally, you want one signature to just, like, finish something? You got to go through 5 people. You say, hey, I need this done. They're like, well, I don't know how to do this. So then they take 10 minutes to talk to another person. They're like, well, you need this paper and sign this. You sign that. Well, you actually need this. So an hour later, you get your 5th paper. Well, let's get a hunk on here. But you needed this paper, but they only come in on Thursdays at 1 o'clock on this time of the month.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just want to cut off my gas. That's all.
They're like, I just want the one thing done. And they're like, no. This is going to take 4 months.
Yeah.
I gotta leave next week.
But you want to open something in Japan. Yeah, we'll get that done for you right away. You want to close that account? Oh,
Except
no.
for cell phones.
That's funny. I heard a lot of people complain about having trouble opening stuff in Japan.
in Kawanishi, you can open stuff like that.
Oh.
But
Cans, beans.
but close,
And
but
spinach.
closing. Oh no. Oh.
Like my
It's
first bank
reversed.
account, they gave me shit opening it,
Yeah.
but I was like determined because like I had the MUFJ, and I was like, all right, that's like the Bank of America of Japan.
yeah,
So I
I
specifically
agree.
wanted that one.
I
And
knew,
I have
yeah.
a Japan Post also. But I was like, I want this one.
I got SMBC.
And
so I
then
got
that's what we're going to. And there's two branches. The one I kept going to, they just kept giving me shit. It was like, you got the Hangul, you got this, you got this. And they're like, well, you got a Japanese person also? I'm like, motherfuckers. I kept going to the specific branch.
Yep.
And then, like, maybe not even a mile away, there's another branch. I walk in, they're like, hey, you got your ID?
This isn't this?
I was like, yeah. And they're like, all right. They didn't even ask. Like, I was like, I got my stuff. They're like, oh, great. And that was it.
That's even better.
Okay.
And so, and I was like, that was my first instance. I was like, a lot of shit can be arbitrary in Japan.
Yeah.
It is. I
Because
agree.
like this branch was giving me bullshit. This other branch was like, yeah, okay, yeah, come on.
It's literally
It's like,
branch
I got,
to branch.
I got the job. I got this. We're like, I got my Hanko. They're like, you can just sign it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna use my motherfucking Hanko
Yeah.
because you guys bugged me to get this bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. Here's an arbitrary thing: Japanese credit cards.
Oh yeah.
You both got them before me.
I got them when I got my debit card.
No, you're talking credit card, not debit card.
Japanese credit cards.
Okay.
I tried so hard. Yodobashi camera denied me like 5 times. They even asked me one time when I was buying, I think I was getting the washing machine. They're like, oh, you want to sign up for a credit card? I'm like, you going to deny me? And they're like, deny? What are you talking about? I'm like, come on, buddy, you know.
Nah. What?
I'll take it if you offer it.
And then, what's the other one? The bank you go to.
UFJ.
The red bank.
The Red Bank.
I
Red
went-
Bank. What's
I-
the Red Bank?
MUFJ. Mitsubishi.
I went there, and they were like, I went to the person, they have like someone, what do you want to do? And you're like, I have to talk to someone? But they were like, what do you want? I'm like, I want a credit card. And they're like, go to the post office. I'm like, I'm at your bank. Like, don't you want my services? She's like, just go away.
You
Oh,
told me
shit.
that
So-
one. I know that one.
I went to, I'm like, the post office doesn't have credit cards. And she's like, go. So I went to the post office, and I'm like, do you have a credit card? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're
Which I
like,
think they do, actually.
I think
Yeah,
they do
they
now,
do.
but at the time they didn't. So I was like, do you have a credit card? And they're like, no, go to the bank. So I went, and I think I tried explaining, like, can you tell the bank that this happened? Because I could, like,
Okay, can you write? Can
Yeah,
write
yeah.
this down? I can just give them.
Oh
money.
God.
here's my thing. I think some Japanese people don't know that their society can be this crazy.
I agree.
When
I
you
agree.
try and tell someone, like, I wanted a credit card, and they're like, we wanted a credit
Honestly, I think only Japanese people who live in the city will understand it. If you told a Japanese person in Inaka,
card. Yeah.
they would not believe you.
About the credit card?
Yeah.
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 So I went back to the bank. I'm like, they don't have credit cards. And they're like, fine, go sit over here. So I filled out some paperwork, and I'm like, so I'll get the credit card? And they're like, we'll see if you can get it. And I got denied there, too. So I went back again. I'm like, yeah, I was denied. Can I sign up again? And they're like, I guess.
I don't know how you got denied. First try for me.
Nah,
And I had no
denied.
credit.
The only way I got one through using my roommate. And
Who is
Japanese.
Japanese?
And I'm not gonna say we fudged some stuff, but let's just say when they ask
We
you
fudged
how
some stuff.
much you got in your bank account, just say you got a decent amount.
I had zero.
It's weird. I guess they don't really check this.
Yeah.
I had zero. They did not
You
ask
said
how much.
zero?
But,
Yeah.
But,
And
but
what's your credit limit?
I was right now it's at 70,000.
So $7,000
Yeah,
for Japanese credit card?
yeah,
Interesting.
it's my credit limit.
I remember I got denied so many times at Yodobashi camera that I on the last time I was like, yeah, I make like $1 billion a year. Still denied me.
Well, I think like after a while, it does raise a red flag eventually. Like,
Yeah, you do it enough, like quickly.
Yeah, you gotta space it out.
But here's the thing: they make you go to a counter to wait to see if you get it or not. Old ass Japanese guy in front of me. They're like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, have a credit card." I'm like, he's not even working anymore. I have a good job. Like, I make decent money teaching English. And they're like, no. I even asked the guy, like, why was I denied? He's like, I don't care.
He held the mirror like, oh, come on, man.
When I first opened
He gave me the look, too. He was just like,
why were you denied?
He was like, I don't know.
When I first got my credit card, it was at $5,000. In 2 years, it's been increased $2,000.
What's your credit card with? What company?
SMBC.
Oh. So, but you have the account
With my debit card was SMBC as well.
Interesting.
Right.
And
well, there we go.
usually
SMBC.
every 4 months they will
Rachel
send
Maddow.
me $100 in free money to like take to like the supermarket.
Interesting. So SMCB.
They send me.
Wait. Oh, my credit card's SMCB. As I said, SM. Is it?
Yeah.
your driver's license, great.
That is awesome.
No, who the fuck is this?
Anna?
But no, it's an SMCB. No, my credit card is SMCB.
Okay.
SMBC. So SMBC, if you want a credit card, do them.
Yeah.
They're foreign
Where did
friendly, I
get-
guess.
Oh, no.
Where's yours from?
I finally got mine through...
Yeah.
And the thing is that I really don't like about Japan culture, you need a credit card to make purchases on Amazon.com. You cannot use
You can pay through the convenience.
Well, if you wanted to like just use your card through your laptop,
Yeah.
you need to use a credit card.
Yeah.
If you wanted to use an SMBC debit card, it will not be authorized.
Really?
Oh, for cards, yeah.
For cards.
The debit, they don't take
They don't take debit cards for
My
Amazon.
debit card works.
For Amazon?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Through your laptop?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't through mine.
It does. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I have.
Maybe
And it's been
really?
rejected.
Maybe that's one of those arbitrary things where it's like, this bank's debit cards don't work.
That's interesting.
Because at SMBC, they told me if you want to make online purchases, you can only use a credit card. So it must be something to do with SMBC.
Yeah.
I think
So if you want, or Amazon, go with MUF. Use all. I got 20 accounts open. I don't use them. I just got I do have a lot of accounts.
And you're
open.
talking about me bad with gambling.
Nah, I mean I don't. It's not like they charge, but I'm just like, you know what? It's best just to have accounts
I
open
got
because
you.
you never.
It
know.
is. It is.
You never know.
You never know.
I think mine's through what's that store in Umeda? The big ass one with the Pokemon Center, Daimaru.
Yes, Daimaro Almeida.
Yeah, mine's Daimaru. So like, the banks deny me, but then this random store, which I even asked them.
I didn't even know they offered it.
Yeah, no, they have like a sign that's like credit
Oh,
cards.
shit.
Over here. This random store, and I was like, "Are you guys gonna deny me like everyone else?"
Chris's house. I was beaten down. I was a beaten down man at this point.
But the staff was like, "Deny you?
Why would we do that?
Why would we do that?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's just fucking this crazy country."
All right, wait. So we were talking about you're gonna miss the schools, and what was the thing that you said you're not gonna miss?
Sushi.
Oh, City Hall.
Oh, okay. I remember.
That's an
okay.
obvious one.
What's another one? It was more like less.
But like what?
Give us the fucking juicy.
Give us a juicy thing. All right, give us a juicy thing.
I'm going to love not talking to the shitty foreigners in Japan.
Oh, he looked at Chris when he said that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
All right, so can you elaborate on?
I hate
foreigners?
jets.
Oh, now are you talking about all the jets or just...
All jets.
Oh,
I thought you had a few friends.
I've got a few friends, but it's few and far between. Most jets I know are very full of themselves.
Yeah, what is with weirdos coming here? That's
Like,
that's
it
a question
seems-
for you, Brandon.
It seems like most of the cool English teachers that are more casual, they take the private school jobs.
got this back in college.
Whereas,
So
yeah.
crazy.
I don't know. I just... it's kind of funny because when I first
Give us
moved
a
here.
what's a bad experience you had with a
Well,
GI?
hold up. When I
Besides
first.
the rape one.
Hey, it wasn't a rape thing.
I swear, please.
Well, since you're leaving, you might as well.
You might as well
You
just
might as
rape
well
her.
go take it now.
Knock on the
Hey,
door.
boy.
I'm leaving tomorrow. Come on.
I know you're masturbating in there, girl. You told me.
Yeah, many times. But
She'll probably ride your bones too.
she has
She's
gotten
still here?
yeah, and she's gotten crazy. Like I knew she was weird back then.
And you still tried to fuck her.
I did not. I was drunk. She said some shit. I said some sexual shit back.
She entered my 3.5 meter radius. I was like, I guess it's on.
And for some reason, she has now become a hermit. She like avoids all human contact, and City Hall blames me for that.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! Really?
Like,
Did they call you up? Jeremy, she's not going to school anymore. What did you do? Did they call you up?
they didn't, but she has many days where she refuses to go to school.
Why is that acceptable?
Women, man, they get to do what they want.
But like, not even as a misogynistic pig. But like, why would anyone be allowed to just be like, nah, I'm not going to work anymore? And then the company be like, that's fine.
I've had a couple days where I'm like literally going to school 5 minutes before school,
Yeah.
and my school is 2 minutes away.
Okay.
I go outside. I look to the left. I see her on the balcony staring at me, just sort of like. And then I'm like, I guess you're not going to school today.
All right.
And so she doesn't. So I don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
Is she one of those ones that came to Japan thinking it's gonna be something that it's not, and now she's just a lost puppy?
Yes.
It wasn't working out back home. It wasn't working out here.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Time to go to Korea.
You know what?
Yeah.
Japan's not working out for me. I'll make up a false rape accusation.
I have no words for that. It's very bizarre.
All right, should we
Plain
just
and
end
simple.
it there? It's very bizarre.
But let's just say that if a girl comes up to you, talks about masturbating and wanting to have sex and do that, do not do the, I guess you would say, normal thing and say, hey, you want to hang out sometime or have sex or do this, because she's going to assume you're sexually harassing her.
Hey, Jeremy, can I stick my dick in your face?
Sure.
Oh, damn. You're not going to accuse me of sexually harassing you?
No, I'm going to say we went to an onsen and we had fun.
I don't know what that was.
Who you gonna miss? You gonna miss Naoki or Chris more?
Both.
That's not an answer. I'm
an
right
answer.
here. Just say me.
Well, probably you more, to be honest with you.
Did you hear that, Naoki?
Oh, Naoki.
Naoki's, like, how do I put this? He's my Japanese brother from another mother, but Chris, I've always thought is more like me, in a sense. Like,
Yeah, I never raped anyone.
I sure.
What about what food you gonna miss?
That is a hard one.
those delicious.
No, I did love the school lunches, but
School
there's a couple of
lunches.
restaurants that I'll miss. I'll miss a couple of gyoza restaurants, ramen restaurants.
Yo, it's good. Ramen. Toucan man.
We used to have a really good ramen restaurant in Louisville, but it shut down after about 8 months.
Serving rants.
Well, nobody wanted authentic Japanese ramen. They wanted like frozen, like American style ramen.
But were they charging
They
too much for it?
so what's an average ramen?
Ramen's actually quite expensive.
What's an
900 yen?
what's an average?
About
$9.
800,
So it was about
900.
$1 or $2 premium in Louisville. So right at
So
about $11.
$11?
Yeah.
For a bowl? That's not too bad. If it's
The same
finished.
size. Same
Okay.
size. And they made the noodles in the store. Like they didn't,
Oh, okay, it wasn't like
order
frozen
them.
and-
Yeah, they made them.
Did your
Just
school
like
do
ramen.
that thing where they like the classes made like like notes to you and collages and stuff and pictures?
Yeah,
got one of them?
every single
breathe,
one
breathe.
got me. Give me one.
Breathe. Oh.
The saddest one. The saddest one were the third graders.
Yeah.
I had
It has so much potential.
the special needs students were the saddest. Yeah.
But they're always the happiest kids.
Well, no. When they wrote me, like, I hated English until you were there.
Oh.
Like, you were the only teacher that I've ever liked. They wrote, some of them
Even
wrote.
their normal teacher. Like,
Yes. And their normal teachers, there were some of them that even looked at me sideways, like, why are you, like, why do my students like you but hate me?
Oh, the teachers. I thought you meant
Yeah.
the students.
Oh, yeah.
No. No, the teachers. There was one particular teacher. I did the, we call it furikari, which is like furikairi. So it's like English notes. Like they review the class at the end for the third graders.
Okay.
So it's supposed to only be done by the
teacher,
Japanese
Jeremy.
teachers.
You
This
know you are, don't
this
have
one
my-
third this one third grade teacher.
Hold on, stop.
He
Did that awful human being say goodbye to you?
no, she's avoided me like the plague.
Really?
Every time I come into City Hall and I even sort of somewhat even glance at her, like she's like, she does not want it, and I'm.
I mean, you need to just smack the shit out of her and then be like, all right, going to American.
I will tell you, her supervisor has buried the hatchet with me. Like he's cool now. He gave me like some really nice omiyage for leaving.
Oh, that's cool.
So I got a really nice like what do they call it on a necktie, like you know that thing they put on a tie.
Those little clippy things.
Yeah, he gave me a special Hyogo one.
Oh, really?
So everyone has pretty much been very nice, except for her.
So the two girls are still really shitty with you?
Yeah.
Are any of the Jets coming around to you?
No. I had an incident with one of the Jets in June.
Oh.
Seth.
Which one we talking? The big titty one?
No, dude.
The Asian dude?
No, dude from Kentucky, from Lexington.
Another dude from
He was like 36.
36.
Oh, but that was like a.
He wanted to be the only Kentuckian in the area.
No, that was a really weird night. Like I did not want to leave the house. I had drank 2 chew highs and was watching some wrestling shit.
Hey, sometimes I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So he was just goading me, and I went along with it. And the funny thing was, on the way to the train, I met the girl.
Is that funny?
But
oh, man.
we went to his house, and for some reason he invited some guy from a local bar there. And no, they wanted to do kung fu. They did kung fu in his apartment.
They were fighting each other?
And then they fought me.
Oh, shit.
What?
And then they fought me.
These are all Gaijin or Japanese guys?
One Japanese dude and one Gaijin.
From Kentucky.
So it was like playful, or they like really like trying
Oh, they drank a whole bottle of bourbon and a whole bottle of vodka.
They drank a whole bottle of bourbon and a whole bottle of vodka.
Before I got there.
And what did you do?
They had another bottle of bourbon that we opened when I got there.
All right.
And so they wanted to fight me, and so they got a couple shots in. And then
this is for raping girls. This is for not staying 3.5 meters apart.
Well,
this is for being a bad
the weird
teacher.
thing is,
You know you're a bad
so
teacher.
they got a couple shots. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna sit on the side and just play music on the laptop. And then they started fighting. And so I blacked out probably about 1:30 in the morning.
All right.
This is the first time you're hearing this story?
I've heard bits and pieces.
Then I wake up. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm outside of his house near I want to say a mile away. And there's some Japanese dude holding me up by a collar. And
Like a collar, not his collar.
my collar, yeah.
Okay.
My collar. Grandma's walking by. I say, Ohio gozaimasu.
Yeah.
It's 2:30 in the morning. I don't know what's going on. And then a cop comes. No, it was 3 cops. And then I black
On
out.
the bicycles?
No, not at this point with bicycles. Later bicycles.
Oh, alright.
But so I black out.
Alright.
Then I wake up. I'm in a koban.
Oh.
What?
Ooh.
In the jail cell?
Are they checking your shoes?
No. Like they're checking my wallets, everything. I'm running my card, all that shit.
This name?
I'm so drunk. They're like, "Where are you from? Like, where's your house?" I'm like, "Seth's house. Seth's house." They're like, Seth who? Around here?"
Seth Rogen?
But I tell them in a blackout moment,
All right.
and so I remember they pick me up by my collar. I black out.
Alright.
Then I wake up. I'm on the 2nd floor of the apartment complex. They're dragging me back to his apartment complex.
Okay.
They knock on the door. They wake in. He is crying, like apologizing to the cops. Like, oh, woman, like tears are like forming. I'm just like,
Where was the Japanese guy? Did he just go home?
he had taken the Japanese guy home like 3 hours prior.
Oh, okay.
And I had apparently left in my drunken stupor while he was taking the guy home.
Okay.
So I went in. He sat me down. He cursed me out like nobody's business.
How
and
dare
then
you not let me beat you up, use my jiu-jitsu.
I have not talked to him
I
since.
train with guys.
So I have not talked to him since May. After
God
since,
damn, you never told me this story, man. It's crazy.
Every
Jets are fucking
every
weird.
every jet, you're like, I haven't talked to him since there. I haven't talked to her since there.
Well-
I haven't talked to them since there. Like, what is wrong with these fucking jets, man?
They hire the most weirdest people.
And I got denied.
I
don't think I had signed up, but they probably would have denied me too.
Well, but all right. So I'll admit I was an asshole that night. I don't know.
Like during the jet interview, did you like talk? What were you like? I love Japan.
No.
Interesting.
When I was in
I avoided talking. If you're listening to this podcast, avoid saying anything anime, anything.
I don't know why-
Well, it seems like everyone else that got hired is that kind of person, though.
Well,
Yeah.
the way I viewed it, I talked about other stuff around Japan, other culture things I'm interested in, and I got hired on twice.
Yeah.
We just all want the pussy. But
I got put on reserve, and then some fucker went to Japan and was like, upskirting videos of some girl. And I was like, why was I denied?
You know, I
This
know
motherfucker
so many
got
people
hired.
like that. It's like, what? So you got this guy, but all right, the rapist. Okay, not
Well,
you, Jeremy.
Hey,
a
well, I
different
know. I'm an
rapist.
asshole. I know.
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole.
I will admit, I really hate Seth for. Nah.
That night,
You
Yeah.
fucking listening,
you
you
treat
bitch?
name drop. You don't even give a fuck. Seth, what's his last name? Kringleberry.
Actually, yeah, Kringleberry.
Yeah. Not only did he go, I did not want to go over there, but when he goed me over there, not only did when he fight me, continually fighting me, he's like, you have to drink this bottle of whiskey. Okay. And then I black out, and then he gets pissed at me.
This is crazy.
How
story,
dare
man.
you drink that whiskey I gave you?
And told you to drink. And
Jets are weird, man. What is with Japan and picking the wrong people?
And I'm like, hold up. The thing that I don't understand is most people I know, like us, like if we get super drunk at somebody's house, like crazy drunk, you might say like, chill in the a room or chill on the floor and hit the first train or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like
Reasonable.
if you reasonable. Most jets I've been out there like, dude, you can't drive, you can't walk, leave.
Yeah. Man, you about to pass out right now. Get the fuck out of
Leave.
here. What?
You're gonna do something crazy. Leave. And it's like, hold up, the last train left an hour ago. Like, where am I supposed to go? I don't care. Leave.
Get out.
And that's what happened. So,
Wow.
yeah.
And then you gotta tell him, like, there's a reason why you don't have any friends back in your home country. And you just stumble out like, that's what you say. You just,
How dare you say that to me?
Yep.